Today, we are diving into the fascinating and rare world of coin collecting, focusing on one of the most intriguing and valuable coins in American history, the 1966 no-mint mark quarter dollar, a coin that has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike and continues to amaze the coin community with its rarity and astonishing market value. Imagine holding a small, seemingly ordinary coin in your hand, a coin that, at first glance, looks just like any other 25-cent piece, yet this coin hides a secret so remarkable that it can be worth tens of thousands of dollars, with the current market value soaring up to $70,000 for a single pristine specimen. The 1966 no-mint mark quarter dollar is not just any coin. It is a rare gem from an era when the United States Mint was undergoing significant changes, experimenting with different materials and minting techniques, which has made certain coins from this period incredibly scarce and highly sought after by collectors around the world. To understand why this coin is so valuable, we first need to delve into its history. In 1965, the United States Mint shifted from producing quarters with 90% silver to coins made primarily of a copper-nickel clad composition. By 1966, coins were no longer struck with mint marks in an effort to discourage hoarding during a period of silver shortage, which makes the 1966 quarter dollar unique in itself. Most 1966 quarters were mass-produced in enormous quantities, making them seemingly common, yet the ones that have survived in mint condition, particularly without any wear, are incredibly rare. What makes the 1966 no-mint mark quarter dollar extraordinary is its ability to tell a story of economic transition, of a time when the U.S. government experimented with new production methods, and of how even the smallest details, like the absence of a mint mark, can dramatically influence a coin's value over time. Collectors and numismatists alike are drawn to this coin not only for its rarity but for the story behind its creation. The absence of the mint mark was intentional, yet it unintentionally created a highly collectible anomaly, a coin that today commands extraordinary sums in auctions and private sales. Finding one in flawless condition is like finding a needle in a haystack because over the decades, most coins in circulation suffered from wear and tear, scratches, and environmental damage. A mint-condition 1966 no-mint mark quarter is a pristine reminder of a pivotal moment in American numismatics, representing the beauty and precision of mid-20th century coin production. Now, let's talk about the value. While a typical circulated quarter from 1966 might only be worth a few cents, a well-preserved no-mint mark quarter can fetch anywhere from $50,000 to $70,000 depending on its grade and condition. The market for rare coins has grown tremendously over the last few years, fueled by collectors, investors, and even casual enthusiasts who recognize the potential of historical coins to appreciate significantly over time. In particular, the 1966 no-mint mark quarter stands out because it bridges the gap between history and rarity, making it a coveted piece for serious collectors and investors looking for tangible assets with a guaranteed historical legacy. What makes this coin truly fascinating is the meticulous detail that goes into grading it. Numismatists examine the coin for every tiny imperfection, from surface luster to strike quality, and any flaw can dramatically impact its value. Coins that achieve the highest grades, such as MS-65 or MS-66, are extremely rare and are the ones that drive record-breaking auction prices. When a collector acquires a 1966 no-mint mark quarter in top condition, they are not just buying a coin, they are owning a piece of history, a snapshot of a transformative era in American minting, and a symbol of scarcity that few other coins can match. For those who are new to coin collecting, it is important to understand that rarity alone does not determine value. Historical significance, condition, and market demand all play crucial roles, and the 1966 no-mint mark quarter embodies all of these factors perfectly. Its story is intertwined with American economic history, the transition from silver to clad coins, and the mint's decision to remove mint marks, which inadvertently created one of the most collectible quarters of the 20th century. Whether you are a seasoned collector or someone just starting your numismatic journey, discovering a coin like this can be life-changing, both in terms of financial potential and the joy of owning a piece of history that is highly admired around the globe. Imagine walking into a coin show or an auction and seeing a 1966 no mint mark quarter presented in pristine condition. The excitement is palpable, the collectors are eager, and the bidding can quickly skyrocket into the tens of thousands. It is not just a coin, it is an experience, a story of rarity, historical significance, and the thrill of owning something that very few people in the world ever will. The 1966 no mint mark quarter dollar is a reminder that even the smallest objects can hold immense value, and that history is often preserved in the most unexpected places, including the change in your pocket. So, if you happen to come across a 1966 quarter, do not overlook it. Check carefully for the absence of a mint mark, examine its condition, and consider its history. This simple quarter could potentially be worth more than your wildest dreams, reaching market values of $70,000 or even more for a coin in impeccable condition. The story of the 1966 no mint mark quarter dollar is a testament to the fact that history, rarity, and careful preservation can transform even the most ordinary coin into an extraordinary treasure. In conclusion, the 1966 no mint mark quarter dollar is far more than just a piece of metal. It is a historical artifact, a collectible of extreme rarity, and a symbol of the fascinating world of coin collecting that has captivated enthusiasts for decades. Its value, reaching up to $70,000 in pristine condition, reflects its scarcity, its historical importance, and the meticulous attention collectors give to each coin. Whether you are an avid collector, an investor looking for tangible assets, or simply someone fascinated by the stories hidden in everyday objects, the 1966 no mint mark quarter dollar offers a unique and exciting opportunity to connect with history while potentially securing a highly valuable asset that could appreciate even further over time. Keep your eyes open, examine your change, and you just might discover that this unassuming quarter is one of the most extraordinary coins you could ever own. Have you ever looked at a simple coin in your pocket and wondered if it could make you rich beyond your wildest dreams? Well, today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in U.S. history, the 1980p mint mark quarter dollar, a coin that might just be sitting in your change and could be worth an astonishing $80,000 right now. This coin is not just a piece of metal, it's a piece of American history, a story that spans decades, a story that has captured the attention of collectors, investors, and treasure hunters all over the world, and if you are holding one, you could be holding a life-changing fortune. The 1980p quarter was minted in Philadelphia, marked with a small P mint mark that many people overlook, but experts know that this tiny letter can make a monumental difference in the coin's value. The history of the 1980p quarter is tied to a fascinating era in U.S. coin production, a time when coins were not only used as everyday currency but also collected by enthusiasts who recognized their rarity and beauty. During this period, the U.S. Mint was producing billions of quarters, but a few of them were made with exceptional precision, with perfect striking, flawless surfaces, and that elusive combination of factors that make coins like the 1980p quarter incredibly valuable today. What makes the 1980p quarter so special is not just the mint mark but the condition, the scarcity, and the historical significance. Coins that have been preserved in mint condition for over 40 years, especially those that were never circulated, have become incredibly rare, and collectors around the globe have paid astonishing sums to acquire them for their collections. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that has the potential to be worth $80,000, a coin that most people see every day without realizing its true value. Many people pass by these quarters in vending machines, parking meters, or store registers, completely unaware that they could be holding one of the most valuable coins of the 20th century. The 1980p quarter dollar is also fascinating because it represents a pivotal moment in American currency history. It was a time when the U.S. Mint was perfecting its coin production techniques, experimenting with striking methods, and ensuring that coins could withstand decades of handling while still retaining their beauty. The P mint mark on this quarter may seem small, almost insignificant, but to a collector, it is a symbol of rarity, authenticity, and immense value. Every detail matters when it comes to coins of this caliber, from the sharpness of the lettering to the smoothness of the edges, the luster of the metal, and the absence of any scratches or blemishes. Collectors will often pay tens of thousands of dollars for coins that meet these exacting standards, and the 1980p quarter has become a shining example of this phenomenon. But why exactly is it worth so much? The answer lies in its scarcity and condition. While millions of quarters were minted in 1980, only a tiny fraction has survived in perfect, uncirculated condition. Coins that have been kept away from handling, moisture, and wear have retained their original mint luster, their sharp detail, and their pristine surfaces. These coins are extremely rare, and rarity drives value in the world of coin collecting. Another factor that contributes to the high value of the 1980p quarter is the demand among collectors. Coin enthusiasts are always on the lookout for exceptional coins to complete their collections, and the 1980p quarter has become a crown jewel for anyone serious about collecting U.S. currency. The story of this coin is not just about money, it's about history, craftsmanship, and the thrill of discovery. Imagine the excitement of discovering that the quarter you found in a jar or a drawer decades ago is not just a coin but a piece of history worth $80,000. That is the power of rare coins like the 1980p quarter, coins that combine historical significance with rarity, and coins that can transform ordinary collectors into lucky millionaires overnight. The market for rare coins has exploded in recent years, with auctions and private sales reaching astronomical prices for the most sought-after pieces. The 1980p quarter has become a star in this market, attracting attention from collectors, investors, and even casual enthusiasts who have learned the value of carefully examining their change. Experts often advise that if you have a 1980p quarter, you should have it professionally graded and appraised. Grading can determine the exact condition of the coin, which in turn can affect its market value dramatically. Coins that receive the highest grades from professional grading services can sell for tens of thousands of dollars, while coins with minor imperfections may be worth significantly less. However, even coins with slight wear are still highly collectible and desirable. It is also important to understand that the value of coins like the 1980p quarter can fluctuate based on market trends, collector interest, and auction results. In recent years, the demand for rare quarters has skyrocketed, and coins that were once considered modestly valuable are now commanding life-changing sums. The 1980p quarter has become part of this phenomenon, a shining example of how a small, seemingly ordinary object can transform into an extraordinary treasure. So, the next time you reach into your pocket or your change jar, take a moment to examine the coins you hold. Look for that small P mint mark, pay attention to the condition, the luster, and the detail. You might just be holding a piece of history that could be worth $80,000 or more. This is not just a story about money, it's a story about discovery, history, and the incredible value hidden in the coins we often take for granted. The 1980p mint mark $quarter is more than just a coin, it is a symbol of opportunity, a reminder that treasures can be found in the most unexpected places, and a testament to the enduring fascination with rare coins. Whether you are a seasoned collector, an investor, or someone who simply loves history, this coin offers a glimpse into a world of value and excitement that few everyday objects can match. Holding a 1980p quarter is like holding a key to the past, a tangible piece of American heritage, and a potentially life-changing asset. Every detail tells a story, every luster reflects the skill of the U.S. Mint, and every collector who acquires one becomes part of a legacy that has been decades in the making. If you have one in your possession, it is time to take a closer look, seek professional guidance, and understand the full potential of this incredible coin. The 1980p quarter is not just money, it is history, rarity, and an opportunity that could change your life forever. So search your drawers, check your collections, and handle every coin with care. You never know when you might uncover a treasure worth tens of thousands of dollars hidden in plain sight. The 1980p mint mark $quarter is waiting, and it could be yours. Have you ever wondered if the change in your pocket could secretly be worth a small fortune? Today we are diving deep into the fascinating world of U.S. $quarter coins, focusing on the legendary 1848 through 2004 p mint mark quarters, a collection that has captured the attention of coin collectors, investors, and treasure hunters alike. These coins are not just ordinary currency, They are tiny pieces of history that tell stories spanning over a century and a half, and some of them could be worth up to $90,000 in today's market. Whether you are a casual collector or someone who has recently stumbled upon a dusty coin in a drawer, this video will reveal why these quarters are so special, their historical significance, how to identify them, and what makes the P-Mint mark coins exceptionally valuable. Let's start at the beginning, the mid-19th century, when the United States was still a young nation, and coins were a crucial part of everyday life. The year 1848 marked a period of expansion, innovation, and the California Gold Rush, which dramatically influenced the economy and coinage of the time. The quarters from this era were struck with precision and attention to detail, featuring the classic Liberty head design that symbolized freedom and progress. The P-Mint mark, representing the Philadelphia Mint, was a hallmark of authenticity and quality, and coins bearing this mark from 1848 have become highly sought after by collectors due to their rarity, historical importance, and pristine condition when preserved over the decades. A single 1848 P-Mint quarter in excellent condition can fetch tens of thousands of dollars, making it a prized possession for anyone lucky enough to own one. As the 19th century progressed, the design and minting techniques of quarter dollars evolved, yet the P-Mint mark remained a consistent indicator of Philadelphia craftsmanship. Each decade brought subtle changes, from the intricate details of Liberty's hair and gown to the reverse design featuring an eagle with outstretched wings. These coins were not just currency, they were miniature works of art, and their survival over centuries has turned them into symbols of both economic history and aesthetic excellence. Collectors today pay close attention to the condition, minting year, and specific details like die variations, which can dramatically increase a coin's value. A 1904 P-Mint quarter, for example, may seem ordinary at first glance, but under careful examination, it may reveal unique characteristics that elevate its market price to 5 figures or more. Moving into the 20th century, the United States faced dramatic events including the Great Depression, 2 world wars, and periods of economic fluctuation that influenced coin production and circulation. Quarters minted during these years, particularly those from the early 1900s to the 1940s, are now considered historical artifacts. The P-Mint mark coins from this period are highly collectible because fewer coins were struck during certain years, and many were lost, melted, or damaged over time. Coins from the 1930s, for instance, may show signs of wear, but uncirculated or near-perfect specimens can command prices in the tens of thousands of dollars. The artistry of the engravers, the quality of the silver used, and the historical context all combine to make these coins invaluable to collectors and investors alike. The post-World War II era saw the introduction of the Washington quarter in 1932, a design that has endured to the present day. Quarters from 1932 to 2004 continue to fascinate collectors, especially those with the P-Mint mark. The early Washington quarters were made of 90% silver, making them intrinsically valuable in addition to their numismatic significance. Over time, as the coinage transitioned to a copper-nickel-clad composition in 1965, the historical and collectible value became even more pronounced, because silver coins became scarcer and highly sought after by investors. Coins from the 1950s and 1960s, particularly those in pristine condition with a P-Mint mark, often sell for several $1,000s, depending on rarity, demand, and condition. By the late 20th century, special editions, proof sets, and state quarters expanded the hobby exponentially. From 1999 through 2004, the U.S. Mint issued the first series of state quarters, a program that captured the nation's imagination and reignited interest in coin collecting. Even these relatively modern coins can become unexpectedly valuable if they are preserved in perfect condition or have minting errors. The P-Mint mark remains a key detail collectors scrutinize, as coins from the Philadelphia Mint often differ slightly from those produced at other facilities, creating variations that are rare and highly coveted. For example, certain 2004 P-Mint mark quarters, if untouched and preserved in uncirculated condition, can be valued at several $1,000s today, contributing to the impressive overall market valuation of a complete collection spanning 1848 to 2004. Now let's talk about value. While many quarters from this range may be worth only a few dollars in circulation, exceptional specimens, rare dates, and coins in near mint or mint condition can fetch incredible sums, sometimes reaching $90,000 or more. Investors and collectors alike are drawn to these coins not only for their historical significance but also for their potential to appreciate in value over time. A complete set of 1848 to 2004 P mint mark quarters in high-grade condition is considered one of the most desirable and valuable collections in numismatics. Factors such as rarity, demand, provenance, and condition all contribute to this staggering valuation. Experts recommend careful examination, professional grading, and secure storage to maximize both the historical and financial potential of these coins. For anyone wondering how to identify a valuable P mint mark quarter, look closely at the coin's obverse and reverse designs, the clarity of the mint mark, the year of production, and any signs of wear or damage. Coins with sharp details, minimal scratches, and original luster are the most desirable. Even subtle variations in design, such as double dies, misplaced mint marks, or rare errors, can exponentially increase a coin's value. The thrill of discovering a hidden treasure in your own change or a long-forgotten collection cannot be overstated, and many collectors have found themselves holding coins worth tens of thousands of dollars without realizing it. In conclusion, the 1848 to 2004 P mint mark quarter dollar coins are more than just currency. They are windows into American history. Reflections of artistry and craftsmanship, and potentially life-changing investments. From the early Liberty headquarters of the mid-19th century to the modern state quarters of the early 2000s, each coin tells a story, captures a moment in time, and offers collectors and investors a chance to own a piece of history that could be worth up to $90,000 or more. If you've ever wondered whether that quarter jingling in your pocket could be worth a fortune, now is the time to take a closer look, examine your coins carefully, and perhaps discover a hidden treasure that connects you to over 150 years of American history, artistry, and investment potential. Remember, history is not just in books, sometimes it's in your pocket, waiting to be discovered, appreciated, and valued for generations to come. Welcome to this incredible deep dive into one of the most fascinating and rare coins in American numismatic history, the 1988 D mint mark quarter dollar, and how one version of this coin has been valued at $17,000 in today's coin market. Today we are going to tell the full story from its origins in the United States mint secrets in Denver, the unexpected errors, the collector fever that erupted, and what makes this unassuming quarter suddenly become a treasure worth many times its face value. If you are a coin lover or just curious about hidden money in your pocket, stick with this video until the very end, because the story of the 1988 D quarter is one of the greatest modern coin mysteries and the lessons it holds for every collector. Let's begin with the basics. In 1988, the United States Mint in Denver struck millions upon millions of quarters for everyday commerce. These coins were designed to honor the 200th anniversary of the United States Constitution and circulated widely from grocery stores to vending machines. For most Americans, this coin was just another quarter used to buy coffee or a newspaper. But for collectors, this year was exciting because it marked the first in the 50-state quarters program that would soon captivate an entire generation of hobbyists. Yet among the millions of ordinary quarters was something extraordinary, something so rare that decades later collectors are still talking about it and paying unbelievable sums to own one. To understand why this coin matters, we need to talk about mint marks and errors. Every United States coin has a mint mark, a tiny letter that tells us which mint facility made it. In 1988, the Denver Mint used the letter D. For normal coins, this information is almost invisible, but for collectors, mint marks can change everything, especially when mistakes happen. Across the history of coinage, some errors have become legendary because they reveal how even the most tightly controlled manufacturing processes can produce surprises. The 1988 D quarter that has now captured widespread attention is not rare because of its design, but because of an unusual variety or error that occurred during production. Coin experts and seasoned collectors refer to certain error coins by names like double die obliterations, off-center strikes, and mint mark misplacements. The most valuable 1988 D quarter specimen shows a dramatic anomaly on the mint mark that sets it apart from every other coin struck that year. On this rare version, the D mint mark appears unusually large, distorted, and struck in a way that collectors believe likely resulted from a damaged or improperly prepared die. What that means is that the minting equipment used to press the image into the coin's metal had a defect that was transferred to each coin it struck until it was discovered and corrected. But the moment before correction was brief and only a limited number of coins were struck with that faulty die. These rare coins escaped detection, were released into circulation, and for years many of them unknowingly passed from pocket to pocket like common change. It wasn't until a dedicated collector examining his pocket change under magnification noticed something odd about the D mint mark that the numismatic world began to take notice. Word spread quickly through collector forums, coin clubs, and online marketplaces that something truly rare and exciting might be hiding in plain sight. Suddenly, people everywhere began searching their change jars, piggy banks, and old coin rolls, hoping to find the rare 1988 D quarter. When the first authenticated examples were submitted to professional grading services, the results were astonishing. Coins graded at extremely high quality levels, known as mint state grades, began trading hands at auction prices far beyond typical state quarter values. A well-preserved example with exceptional detail and a striking error grade fetched bids that climbed into the thousands of dollars and eventually to an eye-popping $17,000. To put that in perspective, a normal 1988 D quarter without error might be worth only 25 cents to a few dollars at most. A premium of $17,000 represents an increase of tens of thousands of percent over face value as collectors compete for ownership of one of the rarest modern quarters known. The reasons behind this dramatic value surge are rooted in scarcity, condition, and demand. Coin collectors worldwide covet rare error coins because they represent unique moments in minting history, and they are tangible artifacts of chance and human imperfection. The 1988 D quarter with its distinctive mint mark anomaly ticks all the boxes. It is a modern coin, meaning most people think of it as common. It is surprisingly rare, with only a handful confirmed to exist, and it has a visually striking feature that makes it instantly recognizable under magnification. When you combine rarity with striking eye appeal, you have the perfect storm for a viral collectible that skyrockets in value. This story also shows how modern technology and online connectivity have transformed the coin collecting world. In decades past, rare coins were discovered largely through chance or through the expertise of professional numismatists at coin shows. Today, passionate collectors share discoveries on social media, post high-resolution images on forums, and quickly spread information across continents. A discovery that might once have remained obscure for years can now become global news overnight. The 1988 D quarter craze drew attention from major numismatic publications, online influencers, and even mainstream media as everyday people realized that something worth thousands could potentially be hiding in their pocket change. Of course, not every 1988 D quarter is worth $17,000. Most survive as ordinary coins with little collector premium. But for those rare few that show the distinct mint mark anomaly and have been professionally graded, the market has spoken loudly. Auctions and private sales over the last few years have shown consistent strong prices, with serious buyers ready to pay top dollar to secure these coins for their collections. This interest has also created an important lesson for collectors of all levels. Always examine coins carefully and never assume that a seemingly ordinary coin has no value. Sometimes the most valuable treasures are the ones we overlook. So what should you do if you think you might have found a rare version of this coin? First, treat it with care, handle it gently, and avoid cleaning or polishing it, which could damage its surface and destroy its value. Next, consult with experienced collectors and consider submitting it to a reputable third-party grading service. These services provide authentication, assign quality grades, and can significantly boost buyer confidence when selling your coin. Finally, take time to learn more about what makes error coins valuable, because knowledge is power in the world of collectibles. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or someone just learning about coin collecting, the tale of the 1988 D mint mark quarter dollar is an extraordinary chapter in modern coinage. It reminds us that even coins minted just a few decades ago can hold incredible surprises, and that history, value, and human curiosity are forever intertwined. Thank you for watching this long-form exploration of the 1988 D quarter's history, worth, and remarkable place in the collector world. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more stories about rare coins, hidden treasures, and how ordinary objects can turn into astonishing wealth, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button so you never miss a future video.